Hello everyone. In this video we'll be talking about a powerful built-in function called input. The input function the input function is used to take input from the user through terminal or command prompt. Inside this input function we provide an argument that will be prompted while taking an input from the user. Let's try it. Enter a number and accept that input and store it in a variable called number. Number equals to input. This way, let's print out the number using formatted string. Number is curly braces, and inside this we'll provide our variable number. Let's run this. You cannot run this inside through a code run extension, which we have already done. Instead, because this is a read-only editor, we cannot enter any input value inside this. You can see we cannot enter anything. So you need to stop code run and open your terminal. Or you can simply do this by right-clicking on the editor and selecting Run Python file in terminal. This way, your Python file will be run in terminal. Enter a number. I'm entering 98. I'm entering 98. The number is 98, which works correctly. Now let's do some operation with number and provide it to the user. Let's say enter a number, only enter a number, and then we'll provide number 2 equals to number plus 7, and then we'll print out the number as number incremented by 7 is number 2. We'll save this and then run again the Python file in terminal. Enter a number. We are entering a number 5 this time, but we can see there occurs an error. This error is occurred due to the type between the type of this number and the type of this 7. This is because the input always returns a value in string type. If you don't believe me, there's another built-in function called type. We can use this to determine what it is typed, and then we enter an argument of a variable or value which we want to get the type of. Let's see this. First, make this comment out so that it doesn't blow up. Run this, again run this through code run. Instead, we have to run this through terminal. Enter a number. We enter 95. We can see here class string or str. The class string is what defines it is the type of string. Don't bother with the class here. We'll talk about this later on the course. Now, since it is string, we cannot concatenate string with an integer. So either we have to change the 7 into string to concatenate, or if we want to perform a numerical operation, we have to convert it into number, that is integer data type. It's really easy to convert or type convert object or variable or anything else to one type from another. Let's see how we can do this. In Python, we have a built-in function called int for the type conversion to integer. we can type convert to integer like this number. This way the string or floating data type or anything else will be converted into integer. Now let's see how we can convert to float. There is float, and we can also convert to boolean value, that is boolean, and inside argument we pass in the value which we want to type convert. We can also convert and data type of any other integer, float or boolean to string. Now let's do this. Since the value is already in string, we have already seen this, so we do not have to convert it into string. The others are much similar, or you can catch up with this, but the a bit complex or a bit confusing one will be the boolean data type conversion. In Python, we have the concept of true and false values. That is, we have already learned this during our variable and primitive data type section, that there is only two values in boolean data type, that is true and false. But what the other values convert it into true or false? There are only few falsy values, that is the empty string, 0, and non-data type. The non is when there is nothing, no data type into the variable. So these are only the floating value. These are only the falsy values. Sorry, it was not floating value, it was falsy value. Other will resolve into true values. You can see this. I would like to open interactive console or interactive shell of Python by typing in terminal Python 3. Let's see boolean and then empty string. This should be resolved into false value, that is false. Yes. Now boolean -1, this will resolve into true. Since it is not 0, every other integer value will be converted into true. Now let's see what does this string resolve into. You may have thinking that this will resolve into false, but it will resolve into true, because the only string that will be converted into false is empty string. Any other string will be converted into true. So this was all about type conversion and the input function and type functions. Okay, this was all about type conversion in Python. Thank you. See you in the next video.